Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Hall. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts under pressure, and they got to him again. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams there to bring him down. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Eluding, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's the Jets punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. On third down, here's Hall. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Another run here with Sanders. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A give running left. It's Sanders. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll have to deal with a second and 14 now after the loss. Hurts sets up to throw it. Get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. Third and long. Looking to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Ready.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Jets take over third and 10 at their own 75-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Hall again. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Hall want to give up the middle. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Okay, ready?
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, 44 yards. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. On 1st down, Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
I'm not right.
Second down, back to Sanders. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. On first down, right back to Hall. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 4th down. Here's Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Quite a decision there on 4th down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points. And following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one, right? Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is a logical play. But in this case, they were wrong.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
16 yards. And an Eagle first down.
Bronco switch, Bronco switch. Hurt. Right there, hurt.
Here's Sanders. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Come on.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Sanders. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play through. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
18, 5 years.
Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Hurts throw there taken in by Smith. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he gets it down to the 32. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle to Smith. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. In motion left comes Brown. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Ball again. 79 yards rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Jets on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. You want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Berrios now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now Wilson. Open man downfield is Davis. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw is Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are likely going to win it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got him in. It's Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 22, Hurts. This will be caught once again by Brown. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats! Hey, smash Bronco!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts going deep here for Watkins. It's caught at the 10. A big play there for Philly. 69 yards. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective side. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the 4th quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring the in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We doing honest, we going insane. Pouring this. Yeah, homies got me pouring this. We get awards where we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow they mouth.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Dobbins. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get the ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that is incomplete. The surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. And Charles, they just handed them a gift. Going for it there. That spot of the field inside the 24.
Yeah, sometimes you think you've got plenty of time in a game, so you take a little bit of a crazy risk. This goes in the category of a crazy risk. Yeah, I'm giving you 3 on that one. But how about on the defensive side of the ball? To see them come out, line up, and decide to go for it there, you figure there's no way we're giving this one up. We're going to turn the ball over for our own offense and get some points out of it.
Yeah, they did the first part of that. Now they'll be looking to add those points with great field position.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Here we go now on 1st and goal. In motion goes the tight end. They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure, back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Right back to Drake. And the tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Drake. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. Third and 2. Here's Jackson. This goes out right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. All fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had the first down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is we coach these guys to try and get more, but that doesn't count if you don't bring the ball with you, does it?
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Half the 60, half the 60. Hey, check that, street.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Ready? Go, street. Top row 18. Panther 11. Ready?
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he hits Drake. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
That's a big gainer on that play. And from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely, because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield. The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. On 1st and goal, Drake. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively. They're on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. Dobbins once more. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Fourth down, here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Demarcus Robinson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. He's to midfield. Still going past the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Jackson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Running from the shotgun with Drake. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Now it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. On first down, Drake. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. They're going for it with Dobbins. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Well, now how about this return? And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Right back to Sanders on first down. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
79 Broncos.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's Hurts to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play. And
the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Jackson to throw. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a run up the middle with Drake. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. Jackson looking to throw on third. And he fires one, but incomplete.
His back has been dependable.
Game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here we go on fourth down with Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Jackson. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. On 4th down, Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goddard. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
1800. League alert. League alert.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Down to about the 37. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
18 Cardinals. 18 Pioneers. 60. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Throwing is Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Warriors 70. Hurt.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Come on. Hey. Check. 60 Bobcat.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and goal, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds here. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He didn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last lap by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. That one looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Catch match, catch match. Panther 11, Panther 11. Cup 19, Cup 19.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work. When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Jackson. Flush to his right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Well, this is Smith with a grab, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 4 yards to go on second down from the 7.
18, Pioneer. Back at 60.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Quez Watkins from 3 yards out. And the Eagles have opened up a 3-score lead as they pull away here in the 4th. Hurts will throw. That's caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge. It's almost like, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game.
I've been doing my thing, they not ready for me. Y'all been playing with me, no time for the silly games. Damn, it really must be so intimidating, but I gotta be great, that's the God up in me. Whoa, yeah. Hold me, they cannot hold me, yeah. Slowly, ain't no more taking it slowly, yeah. Holy, you're dealing with something that's holy, yeah. Hold me, I need somebody to hold me. I'm still cooking out the basement. And this game needs some saving. And I'm ready for the action. Cause I'm tired of the acting. What happened to being great? What happened to being fashionably late? What happened to rocking shows? What happened to spitting flows? Been wearing the cons and the pros. Feel like I'm the only pro. If we gon' go, then